all the peoples.
All right. Well, I'm so sorry we're running short of time, but I appreciate you being with us. Richard Becker from the Answer Coalition out of San Francisco. Meanwhile, the Canadian government has announced its intention to shut down Parliament until October. This comes amid ongoing expense scandals, and it's the third time in the past 5 years that the Harper government asked Canada's Queen to close down Parliament. Joshua Blakeney reports.
The word parliament is derived from parle, meaning to speak in French. But the Harper government stands accused of consistently demonstrating, during its 7 years in power, a distinct aversion to debate and dialogue, both with the media and opposition parliamentarians. The Harper government has prorogued Parliament twice in recent years, something which they announced this week will now happen for a third time, meaning Canada's core democratic institution will be closed down until October. The Harper government is incessantly lecturing other countries on upholding democratic values, yet Canada's ruling neoconservatives have periodically dissolved Parliament.
People who are in politics, who study the relations, are right to say that this is the first time that they're seeing this parliamentary procedure being misused. I believe this will be the 106th time it's used, but this will probably be the third time that we see it used for a partisan issue over scandals that are developing.
Canada's parliament was prorogued in December 2008 and December 2009, leading to nationwide protests. In 2009, evidence of Canadian involvement in torture in Afghanistan had emerged. In both instances, the Queen's representative in Canada, the Governor-General, consented to the Harper government's requests.
There really isn't a very valid excuse here, other than we all know that there is a huge scandal with the Senate, just like there was a scandal with the torturing in Afghanistan the last time he did it. So we need to see the pattern, realize that this is a partisan strategic move.
The Harper government's controversial prorogations have even come under criticism from those close to the Prime Minister. For example, Thomas Flanagan, former Chief of Staff to Stephen Harper, said in January 2010 amid the Afghan torture scandal, "I think his problem is that the government's talking points really don't have much credibility. Everybody knows that Parliament was prorogued in order to shut down the Afghan inquiry, and the trouble is that the government doesn't want to explain why that was necessary." Joshua Blakeney, Press TV, Calgary.
All right, well, we are joined again by Joshua Blakeney. Joshua, thanks so much for being with us. Joshua, really quickly, though, I want to look at the other side of this and the reaction as far as Canadians themselves when something like this happened, when at will it seems that the government can dismantle Parliament.
Yes, it beggars belief, doesn't it? I mean, obviously we hear around the world of governments that are elected democratically that then dissolve Parliament and become dictatorships, and it's quite clear that Harper government is very much aligned with the well-heeled, with the 1%, with the capitalists in this society, and has been enshrining quite radical policies that have been altering almost every facet of Canadian society to serve their interests. And such capitalists, really, they want a Pinochet, don't they? They want some kind of strong man who'll make sure business goes as usual, and that obviously runs against sort of democratic principles. And one thing we've seen the Harper government doing is trying to deny the media debate and dialogue, deny the Canadian citizens the ability to discuss and scrutinize their policies.
Okay.
So often you see at media conferences the Harper government comes with very pithy, scripted statements of many people view politicians now as sort of actors.
Joshua,
and
I'm so sorry to jump in here, but we are out of time, but I appreciate you being with us. Joshua Blakeney out of Calgary. And now we're going to take a quick break and be back with Arash and Sports International. Stay tuned, please. All of us love flowers, that's a given. But
You're watching The Debate. Joining me now live from London is Mr. Sharif.
Welcome to Double Standards with me, Afshin Ratansi, in this week's show.